Okay, today we are starting chemical bonding in chemistry. Now, before coming to chemical bonding, what is chemical bonding? First of all, we have to understand about stability of an atom. Now, what every atom wants to be stable, and to becoming stable, they form chemical bonding. Now, what is the meaning of that? Every atom wants to be stable, and after becoming stable, they don't react with anybody. You know that inert gases, why they are inert gases like helium, neon and argon. Say suppose example, if I say helium, the electronic configuration means atomic number of helium is 2, and then neon and argon, neon it is 10, similarly argon it is 18. There are other also krypton, xenon and all, but these are inert gas or noble gas. Why? Because they are unreactive, they don't react with anybody. Now, why they don't react with anybody? Because they are stable. And why other elements react? Because they are unstable. So therefore other atoms of elements, other elements, they reacts with each other, atoms reacts with another atoms to form elements, to form compounds and to become stable. Now this helium has only, atomic number is 2, that means helium has only one shell, and in the first shell, that is a K shell, it has only 2. It has only 2 electrons, and therefore helium is stable. Okay. Now this is called duplet stability, because you should know that the first shell, that is the K shell, can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons, and therefore since helium has only one shell and it has only 2 electrons, therefore it is stable, and this is called duplet stability. But if you see neon, it is 2 and 8, so last shell is 8, so this is also stable, and this is called octet stability. Similarly argon, 2, it will be 2, 8, and then 10 left, again 8, 8 left, 2, 8, 8, so again it is octet. So from here what we can understand, that an atom, if it is stable, it can either have a duplet arrangement or an octet arrangement for stability. So in case of inert gas, only helium has 2, so that's duplet, and others have 8 in their last shell. But for other element, what happens, that they are not stable because their last shell is not 8. And in case of hydrogen, hydrogen has only one shell, so hydrogen is also not stable. This hydrogen atom consists of 1 electron, so it is not stable. So what hydrogen wants to do? Hydrogen wants one more electron in its first shell. It has already one. It requires one more electron to become stable, and therefore hydrogen requires only one electron to become stable, and this is called duplet. Now how hydrogen do that? For example, if you take the example of HCl, you have done in class 8 and 9, class 9, 8 in fact, or 9 also. You have done atomic structure, and there you have done some chemical bonding. So if you see that hydrogen, in case of HCl, if you take an example, hydrogen share this 1 electron and chlorine 1 electron, and they do a mutual sharing, and therefore hydrogen becomes stable and chlorine also becomes stable. but hydrogen becomes stable by duplet arrangement and chlorine becomes stable by octet arrangement. Now, every other element other than the inert gas, they try to become stable and hence they reach to their nearest inert gas configuration. Now, what is the meaning of that? Say for example hydrogen. Now hydrogen, it had one and it has taken one and hydrogen becomes stable. Now what is the electronic configuration of this hydrogen now? It is 2. Now this 2 matches with whom? Helium. So hydrogen takes the electronic configuration of its nearest inert gas. Now take the example of say chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So 2, 8 and 7. Now what chlorine is doing? Chlorine is also taking one electron from hydrogen in the last shell. Now the electronic configuration of chlorine becomes what? 2, 8 and 8. In fact, this becomes chloride ions, Cl minus, chloride ions. Now if you can see that this chlorine now takes the electronic matches with the electronic configuration of argon. Similarly, if you take other example, in fact you can take say sodium 11. It is again 2, 8 and 1. Now what sodium do? Now sodium is a metal, it will lose electron. Chlorine is a non-metal, it will gain electron. So chlorine gained electron and it becomes 2, 8, 8. It is matching with argon. Similarly, sodium has one electron in its outermost shell. We will go later on, you can understand more. And sodium loses this electron to any other element, and now after losing that, now sodium also becomes stable. Now sodium becomes stable and its electronic configuration becomes what now? 2 and 8. So it is matching with whom? It is matching with neon. Understand? So every element wants to attain stability, and for attaining stability it can either lose electron or gain electron, or they share electron each other, so that their last shell becomes octet in all the cases, but in case of hydrogen it becomes duplet to become stability. So this losing, gaining or sharing electrons to attain stability, due to this what happens, there forms a force of attraction between the atoms to form a compound. Like you can see HCl, now hydrogen and chlorine, they are bonded. They have a force of attraction between them, these two atoms, and this force of attraction is called chemical bonding. Take another example, say sodium chloride. How sodium chloride is formed? Later on we will discuss more. Now sodium have one electron in its outermost shell. Chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Now during the reaction between sodium and chlorine, what happens? Sodium loses one electron. I have told you here, sodium loses one electron and it becomes stable. Now this becomes what? Sodium lost one electron and therefore sodium become +1, because one negative charge is lost by sodium and therefore the overall charge of sodium now becomes Na+1. So it becomes positive. So sodium become positive ions, and these positive ions, you know, it is known as cations. Similarly chlorine. Now chlorine had 7 electrons and it has taken 1 electron from chlorine. Now chlorine becomes -1, that's chloride ions. Now finally what happens? We got Na+1 and Cl-1. So this is cations and this is known as anions. The negative ions are known as anions. Now what will happen? Now there will be a force of attraction between these two, and due to this force of attraction they form a molecule, and that is sodium chloride molecule. So there is a force of attraction here between sodium and chlorine. Here also in case of HCl, although there is no lost or gained, there is only sharing of electrons, but still there is some force of attraction between these two molecules. That's intermolecular force in fact. And in fact, there is some force of attraction between the nucleus and the electrons, and the nucleus and the electrons of the other element also. So that we'll talk later. This is called van der Waals force. This is a weak force, and this the force between this positive and negative ion is called electrostatic force. This is a positive and negative. This is a strong force. And the force between the molecules, now here you can see there is no loss or gain of electrons. We have done in class 9, but again I'll explain you further. But still there is some weak force, and this weak force is called van der Waals force. Here this strong force is called electrostatic forces. Now due to these forces, these atoms, they bind together, and this binding force between the atoms to form a molecule of an element or of an compound is called chemical bonding. What, understand?